Hi guys, welcome back to the next episode where we are going to be creating a MongoDB account so that we can have a database to go along with our job app. So apologies on my tone of voice, I'm actually a little bit sick and I've only recently been recovering a little bit. So if I'm sounding a bit monotonous, I promise that I will be getting a lot more exciting in future videos. So here you can see that I am on the homepage of MongoDB. If you don't have an account, you should go ahead and click on try free and go ahead and follow up the sign up process. But as I've already done that, I am sitting here on my user dashboard of a completely new MongoDB account. So I'll walk you through the process of really setting all of this up, creating the database and getting your unique strings so that you're able to connect your app to MongoDB. For the sake of this video, I will be changing all of the passwords and details that you will see after the video, but it should still apply for your use case. So let's go ahead and create our project. We'll create a new project. We're going to call this job app. We'll just call it that, job app. And we're going to say that this is the project owner. Great, now we're sitting in our job app project. Let's go ahead and create a database. Alright, let us build a database by clicking on build a database. We will click on the free option over here and scroll down and name our cluster job app cluster. Once that is completed, we'll go ahead and generate a username and password, which I'm just going to run with what we've got over here. In fact, I'll make this one a bit easier. We'll just call it by my name over here. We are going to also want to copy these details, so go ahead and stick them somewhere for you to be able to use. I think I'll just open my text edit application and we can stick the password over there, and I know that the username is just going to be my name over here. So let's create the user. So everything has now been saved, and we can move down over here and take a look at what's happening. You can see that my IP address has already been added over here. So that's all good and well. Let's finish and close. We could begin this process from over here where we'll actually connect our MongoDB instance to our app, but instead let's come over to our database section so that you can see what the cluster looks like. So here is our job app cluster. Normally there'd be analytics displayed over here, just a quick overview, but there will be nothing as we haven't done anything yet with this database. So let's go ahead and get our connection string. We'll click connect and we'll come to drivers, and here you'll see some instructions to be able to install MongoDB in order for this to work. You'll need to navigate to your instance of the application, so we'll go over here and we'll go to our job board app, which you can see is sitting right here. I'm just going to increase the size for everyone. And we are going to cd into the server and we're going to install MongoDB. So I'll let that install and I'll come back to you when that's done. So we can see that MongoDB has been installed successfully. We did do this keeping in mind that we're working with a node.js app, and you could choose another option if you were working with some other technology, but we're working with node.js. And the next step really is to copy this line of, well, it's called a connection string, and what you're going to really do is replace this area here with your password value. So let's copy that. We'll record it in my text editor over here. And essentially we take that password and we go and replace that entire section there with the password. Keep in mind I will be changing all of these details, so if you're planning to try and do something funny, it's not going to work. So keeping that in mind, we can go ahead and close this box over here, and we're going to go back into our editor and open up our server repo. We store all of our sensitive information like passwords and so on in our .env file. And you can see that I've pre-written database access and an equal sign. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and get that newly updated connection string, and we're going to stick it in our .env file, with database access being the variable that will contain this information. Later on, you'll see how we access this file to be able to use this connection string to authenticate to MongoDB. But as you know, we've got this gitignore that says when you commit all of the files and push them to GitHub, ignore the .env file because you don't want to have your passwords publicly available to other users to see, which would make your application unsecure. So keep in mind that this is the password area that you would go ahead and update. You would do it in your .env file. Go ahead and save that file. And in the next video, you will be seeing how we create our server and validate whether our connection between MongoDB and our app is actually working. Thanks for sticking around, guys, and see you in the next video.